even if you've got 100 videos on your channel, it's likely that 1 or 2 of them are actually propelling your growth forward. In order to produce some more high flyers, what you need to learn is where these views are coming from, so that you can learn from it and potentially produce some more videos that do just as good a job. There are various places that your views will come from, but most of your channel growth will happen through suggested views. Let's have a little look deeper into this. Suggested views are when YouTube suggests your video to other people who are interested in the same comments. They come on your homepage and also down the side here. So in order to find out more about this, what you need to do is log into your YouTube channel, access the YouTube Studio, select your analytics, and then you can see the date range here. You might want to work out this month's views, you might want to work out all time. Now select Reach Viewers, and you'll see the box Traffic Source Type appear. Now this is giving you an overview of your entire channel. If your suggested views isn't first or second, then this might be a red flag and a sign that you're not doing right by YouTube for them to display and promote your content. Now select one of the options, and you'll see this terrifying graph that looks like a child has gone crazy with a pencil on the wall of their uncle's freshly painted living room. I'm not bitter about that. I'm going to select our top one, which is YouTube search, and it will now show us the words people have been using to find our content. Now the words that you can see on our own channel, I'm not very happy about. And that's because people are finding us through typing in stuff that's not relevant to where we want our channel to be. But I'm not too worried about this right now because we're changing the direction of our channel. If 6 months down the line from after we'd filmed this, it still looked the same, then I'd be worried. So make sure these words here are relevant to where you want your channel to go and to all the content you're producing that you really want to take off. Next up, we go back to our suggested views, and really this one should be top dog for how people are finding your content. This is the one vloggers always rant about. But if you're not in random lifestyle nonsense and you have a niche, and you should, then you'll probably find search is just as good. Click it and you can see where it's been suggested to people who have watched it. So for us, a TEDx talk we are appearing next to a lot, and then people are watching us from there, which is great, but it's not that relevant for our new channel direction, much like our crummy search terms. I should add this, that the terms you can see, they were actually relevant to where we wanted our channel to go when we started it. We're not complete morons. Ideally, what you want to see in this list is your competitions videos popping up, so that you know you're in the mix with the right people and that you've snatched some views from people watching them. And finally, external is another one we want you to keep an eye on. Not that many people seem to mention this, but I'll tell you why it's important. And there are 3 flippin' good reasons. Number 1, Google. As you can see, there's a random list. You can see some of our videos appearing in Google. You can also see from the blue line how Google is driving views. Seeing as Google is the top search engine in the whole entire universe and YouTube is second, that's an audience we want to dominate too. A lot of information out there tells you to focus on YouTube purely, but we want to go bigger to grow faster, so keep this in mind. Secondly, social media. Basically, you can't just rely on YouTube to grow your channel. We'll go into this in more detail in a video further down the line. But the quick version is this. You need to use social platforms out there to grow your audience and then drive them back to YouTube. And really, you also need to give this audience different content you wouldn't give them on YouTube to keep them engaged on a daily basis. That might be things like photos or behind the scenes shooting videos. Think of YouTube as your show, perhaps, and social media as your voice. You also need to share all your new latest releases with your audiences on social media, because your best distribution network going isn't YouTube, it's actually your audience. It's them wanting to show their friends and share it with their entire following. That's how you grow. Now you'll see just how many views you're generating here from social, and if it seems a little low, then it's a red flag that you might need to fix up and work out why. It might be just because you've not put the effort in, it might just be a pesky algorithm change. Keeping on top of this is really going to make a difference, which moves us on to influencers, blogs and other websites. You see that big purple spike? That's when another website embedded one of our videos on their site. If you click the box, you can isolate it. Okay, it's not life-changing, but getting an extra 248 views in a day is not to be scoffed at. And if you've got more videos doing this on a regular basis, then you're laughing. It also gives you the opportunity to reach out, thank them, build a relationship where you can maybe send them more content in the future to use so that they can distribute it to their audience and then grow your audience. Find bloggers or influencers or maybe even businesses who are in your niche and check out what they've been doing. And if you find something that's similar to what you've been doing, you can write to them and say, hey, John, I noticed your article on X, here's my take on it. I'd love for you to include it on your blog post. And then just send them the embed code and make it super easy. Okay, I hope you're still with us. That was pretty detailed, but we haven't actually seen a huge amount of content like this flying around online. So feel free to share it with your friends and your family, maybe on your blog, embed it in there, put it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Pinterest. I don't know if you can do that. What else is there? Greg, any other platforms? Grindr. And when you've done that, you can check out this video here, which will teach you how to increase your average viewer time on your videos, which is super important. And make sure you subscribe and join our channel dedicated to growing your channel. So you'll grow us, and then we'll grow you. It's a crazy paradox.